You're going to see, those of you watching it, is the nice fuzzy picture of my ceiling with the ceiling spotlights with the internal webcam. This internal webcam here on this machine. You know what? I really have never tested it, so I don't know if it's good or not. But yeah, let's get out of that. Again, this is just having some fun with this. Let's go back to here. Let's see, how does this work? Present, share screen. We'll share the screen. And oh, somebody asked about extensions. Where are they? Well, they're in your web browser. Um, yeah. So if you're wanted to know who, I forget who it was, send me a comment. They're in your web browser. That's how in the extensions, the Chrome Web Store. That's how you can find your extensions. Change the layout, I believe. There we go. Okay, like I said, it's been a while since I've used this. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. Again, I don't have my webcam hooked up here, so let's go back, stop sharing, and let's do something else here. Present, share screen, go back to the settings, and we'll leave it like that for now. So it looks like with StreamYard and the Chromebook, it's looking smooth on my 50-inch. I hope it is on your end. Like I said, I'll play this back later. And it's looking good. Let's go to, let me see here. So currently on the stable channel. Again, you can't, I don't think you can see this on your end, can you? Yes, you can. Okay, good. You can. And you can change channels. This is something I don't normally mess with. I usually stick with the stable channel, sometimes beta, but Chromebooks are marvelously stable, secure, and easy to use. So keep it on the stable channel. Bluetooth devices, I have a, what do I have here? It's a Logitech mouse. Of course it is. Device. And yeah, displays and everything here. Anyway, you've probably, those of you who have Chromebooks, you've probably seen this before. So, but it's looking good so far. Yeah. Let me go on my split screen here. It looks good. Let's see, how much battery life do I have left? 1 hour and 34 minutes. Let's do stop this. Let me go present, share screen. Let me do this. I'll let you, let's see. Okay, so this is, okay, so this is the normal desktop environment for the Chromebook, as you see there. And if we stop that, all right, this is starting to come back to me now and how this works. Steve is in the house. Yeah, Steve, I didn't feel like hooking up my camera to this. So that's, yeah, yes, that's the proverbial glass ceiling, as it were. I can show you this, though. Let's see if this will work. There we go. I think it'll work. Yeah. All right, so there's Steve. Check out Steve's area. So this is normally what StreamYard looks like. Again, just ignore the ceiling with my spotlights. Again, I didn't feel like hooking up the Logitech camera. But yeah, if you are using StreamYard on a Chromebook or really StreamYard on anything, this is how you would set it up. It's like I said, it's been a while since I've used this. I normally use OBS, but unfortunately, as of a week ago or so, there is no OBS or any alternative to OBS for the Chromebook, which kind of, I'll be honest, it kind of sucks. Chromebooks today can do much, much more. So, Steve, how are you? What is new with you? Did you have a stream this morning? If you did, I'll catch up when I'm done here. Anyway, This is what it looks like. So there's the apps and the various settings here. Of course, the calendar. It as far as a laptop or how can I say this? Oh, you had to work. Okay. Um, so I didn't miss anything. Very good. Um, as far as a laptop or, a Linux powered system like these, it really does not get any simpler than this. I mean, the uh, the, f- the file manager. I mean, look, my files, downloads, tunes, play files, trash. I mean, just simple, really simple. So it's a joy to use. There really is nothing to screw up or nothing to break. If you buy a Chromebook, if something's not right, it's defective. Return it. Seriously, just return it. But these are reliable and anyway, excuse me. Might need some coffee. Um, yeah, so this is what it looks like. 5 days and counting to retirement. Steve, congratulations, buddy. Well deserved. If my dad can ever sell his movie, I will probably retire. Maybe. Not sure yet. I probably would, at least for a while. Cody's in the house. Lamer, hello. Cody says, or become a Mac user like me and forget it. Forget it. No, look, Cody, you're supposed to say it with the New York style and forget about it. Not forget it. I don't have a Mac. Uh, I'm sure they're fantastic machines, but are they worth one, two, three, four, $13,000? That's up for you guys to decide. I don't have the budget for a Mac. I wouldn't mind having one just to test one, but no can do. Given a choice between a Mac and a Chromebook, I would gladly take the Chromebook for now. They're just marvelous machines and 10-year updates. I believe it's better than Macs, right? Right, Cody? That's what I've been told. I mean, 10 freaking years for a $200 machine. That's the power of Linux. Thank you, Uncle Schwarzenegger. I didn't realize you jumped in. It's good to be here. All right, Uncle Schwarzenegger, very good. Anyway, so yeah, the simple file manager. Yeah, I mean that's it. That's about as simple as this gets. You can install from the Google Play Store. You can install apps or extensions from your web browser, and you can turn on Linux environments if you so choose to install some Linux apps. I'm not sure if that's still in the experimental stage or not. I can't remember. Or is it on the stable? I don't really mess with that too much either. But yeah, you have several options for installing apps, including from the Google Play Store. So nice. It's like a 3-in-1 machine. This particular laptop is a 2-in-1. Keyboard, standard keyboard laptop, and it transforms into a humongous tablet, which is kind of silly. But yeah. Cody, you got yours for $500. It's a base model of the Mac Mini M2. Very good. Okay. That's not bad for $500 if it does what it's supposed to. Chrome OS is a good OS. It's the best Linux-based system out there. And the reason being, I've never seen a bug. Now, I'm sure there are bugs somewhere, but it doesn't affect the operation of the system. So for me, there's virtually no bugs. I've never seen that before. Steve says the stream looks good on a there we go, Steve. I just highlighted you. Stream looks good on a 55-inch TV. Cool. The best Linux desktop? Well, at least to get started, this would be the easiest one to get started with because it just works. So yeah, I think the battery's going low on my mouse. Sometimes the pointer cuts out. Should have changed it. Anyway, there we go. Chrome OS. Hello, Leviticus. Chrome OS on a USB. Okay. Um, very good. Or you have the Chrome OS Flex, right? If I'm not mistaken, for a USB. Chrome OS, of course, it's built into the Chromebook. The free version is Chrome OS Flex. Excellent. But yeah, this is quite stable on my end. I'm assuming you guys can hear me and see this well on your end. Again, I kind of wish we had an OBS studio for the Chromebook, but oh, Leviticus, you have the full Chrome OS, really running off a USB. All right, okay, cool. Hey, as long as it works, that's the bottom line. I haven't run it off a USB. I've tested the official Chrome OS Flex on separate machines, and they ran fantastic. Of course, I don't need Chrome OS Flex anymore since I have a Chromebook, but yeah, good stuff. And now with the Chromebooks Plus coming out with minimum hardware standards starting at $399, I think it's going to be the Linux machines to beat worldwide. It just is. So, yeah. Those of you coming in late, yeah, to the left is the webcam. My ceiling. I didn't hook up my Logitech. There's my fingers there. Hello, waving. But yeah, it's just what I've done here is hook up the USB adapter, or the adapter rather, for the HDMI to the 50-inch TV here. And it looks great in 1080p on my screen. So yeah. You can create different banners. So I can put this one back on. Arch users are nuts. It's a joke. Of course, you can create banners, and this is an example of a banner. This is great stuff for free, by the way. So yeah, StreamYard really is one of the best, not just for Chromebooks, but for any quick streaming setup. You can change the themes and all that, but yeah, it just works. Wonderful. Checking my battery here. 1 hour left. 1 hour, 9 minutes left. I probably should have charged this, but I don't think I'll be on for an hour or so. So yeah, for tonight, I'm just hanging out with you guys doing this test, and it appears to be working quite well. So yeah, who knew that the king of the Linux desktop for the masses would be the rather quiet Chromebook? I did not see it coming, but hey, why not? It works. Just checking out the layouts here at the bottom. Okay, all right. Looks good. So what else is going on in the Linux tech world? Anything new, exciting, bizarre, stupid, outrageous, ridiculous? I know the big news is the Chromebooks Plus and the 10 years of support for Chromebooks, but really haven't caught anything else new and exciting. The Brave browser from the Google Play Store. Trying to see if my touchscreen works in dual mode here. I'm not sure. Oh, it does. Okay, cool. I'm just looking at the screen here on the laptop, but yeah, it seems okay. So, well, I think for tonight, this might be it. I really didn't have anything else planned. Like I said, just to test this and say hello to you guys. But from what I see, it seems fine. And I'm looking at the laptop screen now in this, I guess, what's it called, dual display mode. I'm not really sure from what you're seeing. So yeah, okay. Looks like I can tap that in and out. Okay. Um, let's see here. How do I bring this back up from the beginning on the display? Not really sure. Anyway, but I can see your comments here on the laptop screen. There's something I could install. I think it's called the COG system, COG, that gives the readout of the processors and the RAM use. I think it's COG COG. I have to look it up. I think I have it on the other Chromebook, not on this one. Not mistaken. Some screen captures really of the same thing there, as you see. Anyway, let's see. Let me go to the other screen on my lap. Ah, Spin Viking is in the house. Hello, what's up? Yu-Gi-Oh is in the house. Very good. Excellent. Just chilling for this evening on the Chromebook Live. Yeah, the touchscreen works very well. Anyway, oh, you have two Chromebooks now. Ah, you're starting a museum of Chromebooks. Very good. I have two also. I really don't use it that much. I'll be honest. It's just I'm usually on my desktop or on my phone. But yeah, I just remembered tomorrow I need to buy some more Keurig coffee cups for my Keurig machine. Prism Live. I've heard of it, and I don't know much about it, Steve. But I'll check it out. But yeah, like I said, the StreamYard seems to work very well. Don't know if it's any better or worse than Prism, but like I said, it's. I wish we had OBS Studio for the Chromebook, but as of about a week or so ago, we do not. The EV Mux, I believe I tried a year ago on the desktop. I don't. I think I liked it. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't. I think I did, but I can't remember. I think because we've been so used to and comfortable with the OBS Studio, I just don't want to switch. I mean, StreamYard's okay, obviously, but the EV Mux, I'm pretty sure I tried. I think it was okay. Yeah, we just get comfortable to what we use over the years, and so yeah. Um, I tried to install OBS Studio on the Chromebook, but it said on the screen not supported. At least not yet. Once I turned on the Linux environment, it was the not. I could install other Linux apps, but not OBS. So at least not yet. Yes, Chrome OS Flex is. I don't know if it's out of the experimental stage, but from what I tested, it was excellent, lightweight, really good. Yeah, I know, Steve. Just with the Hangouts, it was a simpler time back then. No frills. I kind of missed that, but that was jeez, 5 years ago. Yeah, remember that's when we did the special Thank Toss It's Friday with our friend Stephanie. Um, yeah, of course I remember. Stephanie's doing well, by the way. She's doing uh, cosmetic stuff on her YouTube channel called The Style Stumbler. Um, Sometimes I'll play her videos as I'm doing something, and if she says something unusual or funny, then you know me, I'll reply with a joke or something. But yeah, at least five. Yeah, I think Stephanie was on in 2018, if I recall, for Thank Toss It's Friday. And then she came to visit the summer of 2019, something we had talked about for years. And I was planning on bringing her back in 2020. Then we all know what happened. It just, well, I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, yeah, I think it was, if I go back on the library, Steve, I think it was 2018. Had bells and whistles. Well, Hangouts didn't really have that much unless you ran it through something else like OBS Studio, right? Google Meet I use sometimes, and it's fine. Yeah. By the way, speaking of friends coming on, our singer Pally Slim Man, you recall he was kind enough to provide us with some free concerts during the pandemic, and he has a new CD out, the Slim Man slash Bonafide CD. Bonafide is his jazz funk band. The songs have been released. They're on Amazon, and yeah, so make sure you check out Slim Man, and if you like what you hear, support him and buy a couple of tunes and tell him I sent you. Steve, Slim Man is back at work, doing concerts and of course releasing music, and glad to see he is back to normal. But those were fun too to do with Slim. Always a jokester too. I remember he did a cover song live for us. Luck be a lady tonight. My pants are a little too tight. Love you, Slip. Oh, that was hilarious. I still remember that live. Anyway, Steve says go live and live. Hmm. My little hand waving there. But anyway, yeah, for this, I just have, like I said, the adapter hooked up, USB adapter, the USB mic. Steve has a joke. Well, I have a joke too. And the joke is this past weekend, I have a couple buddies in Alaska. They got drunk and they went ice fishing. They had a good weekend. They caught 500 pounds of ice, but a bump bump. Get it? Ice fishing. Okay. Anyway, I think it's funny. Ba ba boom. Yugi, you like Peppermint OS? And yeah, Zorn OS is good. Yeah. It's the Chrome OS Flex. Linux Mint and Zorn are my top 3 Linux-based systems. And I believe our pal from Australia, Infinitely Galactic, just posted something on Linux Mint as his best Linux-based system. An American, German, and Irishman going to a bar. The American orders a Budweiser. The German orders a Heineken. Heineken beer. Boy, it's been a while since I've had Heineken. Irishman orders a Coke. Now, are we talking a Coke or a Coke? The cocaine, man. The two others look at him funny. The Irishman says, if you aren't ordering alcohol, then neither am I. Bada bum bum. Psh. Did you hear, Toss? Yugi says that Adobe, they're going to sue people for using old Photoshop versions. Photoshop, you're not respecting the family. I'm going to have to call Sicily and straighten this out. No, Yugi, I did not hear that. That sounds somewhat ridiculous, but okay. I don't use Photoshop anyway, Adobe, so it doesn't really affect me that much. But that does not sound right. Hmm. Check my battery here. Okay, we're good. So why would they even consider doing that? I mean, it's old version expired. Does it even work or have all the features? I don't know. Alex Ellie, yeah, spin. That's is that still around? But it's been a while. Zorn Ubuntu based, Ubuntu version behind 20.04. Okay. Yeah, LXLE is the light version for Linux. I don't see anything lighter than Chrome OS Flex, or at least that's user friendly, uh, that I have seen. So, yeah. I'm curious to see how Chromebook sales do this holiday season, if they're going to spike now that they have the Chromebooks Plus out. Yugi, by the way, thank you for the. I think you sent a message today. Was it you? I think it was about topics for Thank Toss. It's Friday. I caught it briefly. I shouldn't be looking at it while I'm driving, although I did pull over. But yeah, as soon as we can get a sponsored video, we'll do a Thank Toss. It's Friday. But until then, it was okay. Thank you. Just been doing these random ones, laying low. I'm gonna turn off monetization on this one, by the way. So if anybody watches this later, you can enjoy this without any interruptions. Thank you for the all of you on the Patreon and PayPal contributions. Helps pay the Comcast bill to keep these things going. So thank you. Once again, giving the Arch users a little bit of love. Just kidding, of course, but it's hard to resist, right? Peppermint is like a do-it-yourself Chromebook spin. Why? Because it's light. Yeah, if I could get OBS Studio on a Chromebook and Kden Live, I think I would use this more often. Just put this up on my desk, have all my, everything I need, the adapter ready to go and plugged in, but not available yet for the Chromebooks. The Ubuntu Summit appeared and Tux Digital was there. Okay, very good. Yeah, Yogi, once Chromebooks have established themselves as a de facto Linux for the masses, I don't want to say I don't care much about anything else. It just kind of lost the excitement to follow anything else that much. So yeah, but it was probably cool to go there, no question. But now I wouldn't mind going to a Chrome OS summit or a Chromebook summit if I was invited. I'm looking at you can't see it on my laptop screen. I'm not seeing any delay or anything. It is so smooth. Anyway, Chrome OS Flex should be on DistroWatch. Okay. Yeah, I would have to agree. It's proven itself over the years, so why not? Yep. 10 years. I agree. For the win for Chromebooks. That beats out Macs from what I understand. Long live the king of Linux, the real king, right? Chrome OS and the power of the Chromebook. All right, I'll stick around for a little bit longer. Time is at 9:15. Then I need something to drink. My phone sent me a notification. Oh yeah. That's one of the security notifications. Hey, somebody logged into my account of course on my Intel Cabby Lake. I don't have Cabby Lake's phone number, but I wouldn't mind having it. Tomorrow's forecast 64 degrees. Wow, I'll take it. Ben is in the house. He is on Linux Mint. Well, I just mentioned Linux Mint not too long ago. It's my top 3 Linux systems, along with Chrome OS, Chrome OS Flex, and Linux Mint, and Zorn. Ben, how are you? Welcome to the Chromebook Live. Spin likes LMDE, Debian edition. Okay. Cinnamon is faster than GNOME. Yes, it is. I have installed Linux Mint XFCE on my other 10-year-old machine. I was actually going to buy a new computer, but I think I'm going to surprise my ex-wife, unless you guys tell her, with a nice Christmas gift this year. So I'm going to do that instead of buying a new desktop because it's the right thing to do. And I like to see a smile on her face. Anyway, Debian for servers, Ben? Excuse me. Ubuntu offers the feature for the OEM install. Mint is the only one so far that carries it over. Okay. Yeah, I don't use Ubuntu anymore. I don't know. I just cannot get into the GNOME or the default GNOME desktop. Zorin does an excellent job, but overall, besides that, yeah. The last really superb Ubuntu was 2016 before GNOME, GNOME, Genome, or Kakagnome, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, don't really care for Ubuntu. The Ubuntu base, sure, but Ubuntu itself, I don't know. I'm not, Tony, I'm not feeling it, Tony, you know? Yeah. So, Ben, how long have you been on Linux Mint? That's what she said. Yes. I was watching Whose Line Is It Anyway, Steve? And the sketch was unlikely love song lyrics. So the one guy starts singing, "Soon I'll be a girl like you." That's what he said. Bada boom. Mint, Ben says, Mint has by far the cleanest, stable experience so far. It's clean, it's stable. Um, yeah. Ah, a year on Mint. Okay. Yeah, it just works, just like a Chromebook. It just works. I don't recall having to fix anything in Mint lately. Have I? I don't think so. I think I had to install the Flatpak version of VLC for some reason, but other than that, I don't recall having to fix anything in Mint. So yeah, yeah, yes, it was Ifany Galactic, our pally from Australia. Yep, he likes Linux Mint. One of my very first podcasts was, in fact, my first podcast was with IG many moons ago. Steve says, not a cinnamon fan. It's okay. It's not my favorite desktop environment. I had it installed for a while, Steve. It's okay. It's not as zippy as the XFCE, uh, but yeah, it's okay. I'll um I'll recommend anything that's stable and works. So why not? So yeah, you like the Pop OS? Very stable, very good. Aren't they coming out with their own desktop environment soon, Steve, or something like that? This year or the beginning of next year? Christ, it's November already. This year went fast. Yeah, their cosmic version is gonna be based on, I forget what it's based on. I know it ain't Chrome OS. Anyway, don't mind Cinnamon UI is secondary for you now. If it's stable, get used to the UI. Yeah. My favorite desktop environment, uh, probably I would have to say Mate, number one. Chrome OS, what I'm using now is probably, it's probably my second favorite. Well, that's the only one that you have on a Chromebook, so it has to be, right? Dai. So yeah, they're both simple and fast. Checking the battery life here. I notice with these lighted keyboards, the battery life tends to drop a bit. I guess that's normal. I believe Martin Wimpress is still managing the Mate desktop, as far as I know, for Ubuntu Mate. That is his creation. Another good one. So it's the Rust Cosmic Desktop for Pop OS. I wish they had better names. I mean, really? Hey, there's something new in computers. Oh, really? What? Rust. Uh, I mean, seriously, Steve, can't they think of a better name? More like sexy or exciting? Rust. Look, it's just a thought, right? Rust, I think of a car here in Ohio, with rusted frames and trucks, pickup trucks with no fenders. It's my definition of rust. Uh, Definitely does not look sweet. The Cosmic Rust desktop similar to GNOME. Okay. What more customization without the extension breakage? That is definitely yeah, I figured it was the programming language, Steve. Yeah, definitely could use less breakage. The funny part is a month ago, I put out a news report that the latest GNOME breaks everything, breaks all the extensions. Oh, is that all? No problem. I don't use it. So it does not affect me one iota. Wow. Yeah, that was the last great Ubuntu, 16. Yep. Built from the ground up on Rust. Yeah, I'm curious to see once that's finalized what it looks like. Ah, you have an iPad, Yugi. Well, good for you. I guess this is streaming well on the iPad. I got an old iPad mini, can't do much with it except Bluetooth my music. I can't even install any apps anymore because it's so outdated, but oh well, it still works. Well, man, the thing with Linux, they release when ready, not on any set delivery date. But they do have a lot in their repos. Yeah. I think the Chromebooks Plus, they're supposed to have like minimum amount of RAM, processor, and all that. I don't remember all the specs offhand, but it's somewhat kind of like double the hardware of what you would get in a normally inexpensive Chromebook, if I recall. So more high end. I noticed my Logitech Bluetooth mouse keeps connecting and reconnecting. I don't know if that's the battery or something else. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if a Chromebook can be set to dual boot. Um, why would you? Why would you want to possibly ruin the perfect experience, right? Yeah. Been playing with Kaza OS. Okay, that's actually a distribution of Kaza. Why not Kaza as in House OS? Yeah, okay. La Casa OS. I'm waiting for the Tony Montana OS, man. Yeah, the theme is white, if you know what I mean, man. Yes, Tony Montana OS using the cocaine web browser. Um, anyway, I mean, seriously, how many Linux distribution and forks are out there now? Like 6,042? Okay, so it's Debian based. All right. All right, guys, we've been on almost an hour already, believe it or not, for this Sunday evening broadcast for Total OS Chromebook Live for Sunday night. And great to have you guys on. I'm very happy this ran just about as perfect as it should. Of course, I didn't expect the Chromebook not to run perfectly. Still getting used to it because I don't really do this that much. But it appears that StreamYard is perfectly fine running on the Chromebook Live. And I'm running this wirelessly through the Comcast router, and it runs perfectly as much as I pay for it. It should run perfectly. So yeah, this was okay. Very happy with this. Again, this is my first time test streaming with the Chromebook on a 50-inch TV using a the HDMI adapter rather, and the USB microphone. No webcam tonight, but this appears it has run perfectly fine, and I'm very happy with it. I'm looking at the screen on the laptop and on the TV, and it's no flickering, nothing. Absolutely perfect. So another win for Chrome OS. Anything else before we wrap it up for tonight? Hi, Kelly. Kelly has an Acer C7 Chromebook. Um, wow, with a 300 gigabyte hard drive? No kidding. She asks, anyone know how to wipe the drive and run Linux Mint? For security, the Chromebooks have built-in security, Kelly, to avoid or prevent that. But I believe you'd have to open up the laptop. There's some kind of a tab inside, a screw to be removed. Now, keep in mind that's a security feature that would allow you to wipe the system if you so choose to install Linux Mint. I've never done it. I'm perfectly happy with Chrome OS. But from what I understand, it can be done. I don't know which Linux distributions would be better for the Chromebook. Um, but the way you do it, I believe you would normally create a USB bootable stick as you would for the Chrome OS. But I think you need to get into the laptop, if I am not mistaken, to remove I guess what I would call a security tab or screw to install that, Kelly. So I hope that helps you out somewhat. How old is the Acer C7, by the way? I'm not familiar with that one. You certainly have enough hard drive space to install Linux Mint or anything else for that matter, really. Yeah, that has the built-in Linux desktop environment from 2013. Okay, gotcha, Kelly. So yeah, it would be past way past the updates. Um, you can, if you wanted to keep using your Chromebook somewhat safely, you can install something Lacrosse, Linux and Chrome OS that separates the browser from Chrome OS to make your system run more safely if you're still happy with that older Chromebook. That's what I did with my older Chromebook, older than this one. Again, search Lacrosse Linux and Chrome OS. You'd have to go into the Chrome settings, and if there's a few settings. I believe two should be enough. That would allow you to run Lacrosse web browser instead of the Chrome expired Chrome browser to get current security updates through the Lacrosse browser. As long as your machine has, I don't know, 4 gigs of RAM, something like that. I can't remember. But I hope that's not too confusing. But I mean, if the machine still works after 10 years, it's great. But you may want to try using the Lacrosse browser. Of course, you won't get any feature updates. That's done. Now, keep in mind the newer machines starting last year, they will get now at least 10 years of updates, which is fantastic. So, yeah, you may want to consider that, Kelly. Yeah, I don't know if the BIOS can be opened, the boot order changed. I don't know. But anyway, Kelly, try Lacrosse, Linux, and Chrome OS. I think I've done a video or two on that. Like I said, I tested it. It seems okay. I have an older Acer too with fantastic stereo speakers on the top left and right of the keyboard. On this newer one, the speakers are at the bottom. Not quite the same sound quality, but yeah, try Lacrosse, Linux, and Chrome OS. I'm surprised it lasted 10 years. That Acer C7. Wow. I guess you haven't dropped it that much, right? All right, let's wrap this up for tonight. So everybody, in the chat. Kelly, thank you for the excellent question. Ben, Spin, Steve, Yugi, everyone else, great to have you here. I'm glad I did this for tonight. Again, my first time test. If you missed the beginning of this, my first time test of a Google Chromebook slash tablet fold. This is the Lenovo Yoga, I think. Running this on a 50-inch TV looks great both on the laptop screen and on the TV. Kelly says, thank you for the advice. You're quite welcome. Still runs fantastic late screen and touchpad. Wow, after 10 years. That is amazing. Very good, Kelly. So, yeah, of course, if you missed any of this, you can watch it on the replay. I'll do this again sometime. Don't know when, but just if you haven't already, I think most of you are subscribed and turned on the notification bell. Don't know when I'll be on again. If we can pick up a sponsor for a live show, then we'll do a live show on only Chromebooks if you want or whatever. I know it's been a while, but I had some time for this evening just to test this because I was curious. And yeah, Chromebooks, at least the modern Chromebooks streaming with web-based software like StreamYard, I haven't seen any flicker or anything unusual on my end. And I hope when I play this back, everything was perfect on your end. So you can't see it on your screen, but I'm using the touchpad or touch screen portion of my thing here, and it's running very smooth, no flickering whatsoever. I wish the battery life was better, but like I said, it seems like with these lighted keypads, the battery life isn't quite the not quite the 10 to 12 hours, at least not on this one, but I'm still happy with it. All right, Kelly, thank you. Everybody else, thank you, and keep in touch, and have a good start of the week. I'll catch you on the next one. Ciao.